Hey everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm a few minutes early. I know I was scheduled to go on live at 5:35, and I actually just posted that not too long ago. So I'm hoping that you all could be here. So guys, the reason for this live today is for me to share with you a bit on mental health. But before I do that, let me just formally introduce myself. So my name is Deborah Johnson, and I'm a nutritionist, community nutritionist, working to educate folks on mental health, on not just nutrition, but on mental health. I'm also a mental health first aid instructor. And so that's one of the things that I do. And so today I want to give you a little bit more information about mental health because a lot of people are not aware of, this topic, but also I don't think people get the full grasp of how important it is to actually, have this knowledge of mental health. All right. It's sort of like CPR, right? So if you wanted to save someone who was choking or something like that, you would utilize your CPR skills. Well, with mental health, it's really educating you and teaching you how you can support someone who might be experiencing a mental health crisis or also substance abuse crisis. Okay, so it's a pretty comprehensive course. I have a presentation that I'm going to be sharing with you guys very shortly. But I want to encourage you to sign up for the course. I do have some classes coming up in May. April is not mental health. May is mental health awareness month, but April is stress awareness month. And so that's why I'm hammering away at this in April and May. Not sure I'm going to do much of it in June and July. So I want to really provide the opportunity for you guys to take these classes early and get it under your belt. It's also a great certification to have if you are working in certain organization. It gives you some credibility. It's great to put on your resume as well. And so, guys, I want you to really take advantage of this opportunity to take the class. So, but before I go into that, I want to share with you that today you can also get a discount if you were to sign up for the April 10th class. The May classes are going to be at regular, but for April 10th, I do still have some seats. So I'm offering a $25 discount to folks who want to take the course. It's FAM 25. And you'll see as I do this presentation that it's actually worth quite a lot more than the fee that I charge for it. Okay, so please go ahead and do that. Please sign up for mental health first aid. It's really, really something that you can utilize within your community, whether you are in a church community, whether you are working coworkers, wherever it is, family members, is something that you can definitely use. I also want to encourage you to share this video as well, because the information that I'm going to be providing may bless someone else. And so don't keep it for yourself. As you watch, when you're done, please feel free to share it with others as well. All right. So, and if you have any questions as I'm going through this presentation, please feel free to ask me any questions that you have as well. Okay. You can reach me via Facebook. You can send me an inbox or WhatsApp, but you can also go to my website and follow the contact, click on contact, and you'll find out how to reach me as well if you go through the contact page. All right, so, and if you have not already done so, I would encourage you to follow me on social media and on all platforms, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and what's the other one that I have? Instagram. How could I forget Instagram? I love Instagram. You can follow me at My Temple Wellness as well. All right, guys, so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you all today so you can see what we are dealing with here, so you can learn more about what mental health first aid is all about. So just give me a second here while I get this on screen for you all. Hang on a minute here. Okay. So let's do it. So I'll go down to the side of it and you'll get to see more of the presentation. So this is mental health first aid for adults. This class specifically is for adults. There is a class for youth, but I'm not certified in that right now. I'm working on that. So currently I teach only to adults. All right. So if you're an adult and you're interested, this class is for you. And this is for anybody above 18. So that's what I mean when I say adults, anybody above 18. Okay. And I am the instructor. My name is Deborah, as I said before. And so what is wrong and why do we need this course? So really there is a huge burden of mental health in the United States, and it's the highest of all disease that are plaguing our communities. And now ever since COVID, it's actually been magnified quite a bit. And it's actually one of the main reasons why people are disabled is due to mental health illness, right? So the pandemic has brought increased bereavement and isolation, loss of income, and fear really has, triggered mental health conditions, and it's exacerbated, to everyone. Most people are dealing with a mental health crisis, even as simple as anxiety. Right. And I don't want to say that anxiety is simple because I've struggled with it myself. So I understand that that's a really difficult thing. So many people may be facing, increased levels of alcohol use and drug use, including insomnia. And like I said before, anxiety could be one of the things that people are facing. So that's what's really wrong right now when it comes to, folks' mental health. Now, what are some of the statistics? I struggle saying that word, statistics. So let's just say stats, right? What are some of the stats that exist out there when it comes to mental health, right? So when it comes to mental health, there are about 46% of adults that are struggling with a mental health illness over their lifetime. And before I even go any further, guys, let's just get it out of the way. Let's just say it, right? Mental health has been a stigma within our community, and I'm talking about Black community, Caribbean community. It's been a stigma for a very long time, and we don't like to talk about it. We don't like to face it. We don't like to deal with it. However, it's killing our people. It's killing us. So we really have to, recognize that this is a real issue and really face it. There's no way to get over a hurdle unless you get to the hurdle and jump over it. All right. So we're never going to get over this problem unless we really face it. So that's why I want to really encourage you guys to take this course because, so many folks are really struggling with that. And you don't even know, someone next to you could be dealing with it. I got an email today from someone who lost their child, actually a 14-year-old child. And I'm hoping that she'll share her story eventually with us. I'll be able to get her to share her story with you all about the struggles. So, there are signs and symptoms, and you have to learn what they are so that you can identify them within your unit, within your community, whoever it is that you are around. And so that's why I want to really highlight that we focus on this, take this course, learn about it. It's when I took it, the first time I took it, I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I didn't know this information. And that's what's going to happen to you once you do sign up. All right. So I'm going to get back to the PowerPoint, but I wanted to highlight, just based on what we saw just now in terms of the percentage, how large a number of people are really dealing with mental illness throughout their lifetime. And the second factor is that, 5% of adults, experience a mental health crisis at least once per year. And that's about 44 million people, right, that are dealing with mental health crisis. So there's a lot of people dealing with mental health crisis. Number 3, of the adults in the United States with any mental disorder within a 1-year period, 14% has one disorder, 5.8% have 2 disorders, and 6% have 3 or more disorders. So there are people who are struggling with not just one disorder, but up to 3, even up to 3. And obviously COVID, the pandemic and everything else has really exacerbated that. So what's happening? Our response. Now, I am a mental health first aid instructor, and I was certified by the National Council, Behavioral Council, and we basically have trained. There have been so many folks have been trained like you. We're trying to get as many people trained as possible. So I'm an instructor, and then we're trying to get the population to become, certified. So there are at least 2.5 million Americans that have already been trained, and the number is increasing as we grow. With this, as much as we can get out there and educate people, it's helping folks to really understand and deal with these crises that they're facing. And so that's the response, right? That's how we're responding, is by getting out there, educating, certifying more instructors like myself, but also really certifying folks like yourself who may be interested in becoming a mental health first aider. All right, so let's just keep going here with our PowerPoint. So mental health is the initial help, right, that we offer to a person who may be developing a mental health or substance use problem. And so the first aid is given until appropriate treatment and support are received or until the crisis is resolved. So this is not like, something where you have to be a therapist to a person, because that is not what we teach you. We teach you how to really just be there, work with the person until they are able to get appropriate professional help, should they require that. All right. And so I want to really highlight that that's what you're going to learn when you do take this course. So what you're going to learn, again, here's some more things. So we go over the risk factors and warning signs of mental health and substance use problems. We delve into that in depth. We give information about depression, anxiety, trauma, psychosis, and substance use is provided. We also provide a 5-step action plan to help someone who's developing a mental health problem or who's actually in a crisis, right? And so we provide all of that to the person who takes the course. And then we have available evidence-based, professional, peer-reviewed self-help resources. So there's a lot of resources with this course. You do get a manual and all of that. And let's see what else you can learn here today. So mental health first aid action plan. This is a part of what we teach. So we go over what's called algae. That's our nickname for it. And I have my bear here. I actually got this bear. So this is the koala bear. And once you become an instructor, this is what you get. Sort of like just to say, you're done and you're ready to teach. And so anyway, that's what you're seeing here is our little mascot. Here. So yeah, guys, what happens is you are able to assess for risk of suicide or harm. And I know, guys, it's a difficult topic, but we have to deal with it, okay? I keep emphasizing that. We have to deal with it. There's no other way around it or over it. We have to face it head on. So we want to assess for risk of suicide or harm. We want to listen non-judgmentally. That's what we teach you how to do. We also teach you how to give reassurance and information. We teach you how to encourage appropriate professional help. And finally, the final E is to encourage self-help and other support strategies. So that's what we do. The curriculum is, comprehensive, and it covers everything from what is mental health. We get into, the action plan. Like I said before, we talk a lot about let's see if I can bring this up here. Yeah, we talk a lot about, we get into substance abuse as well, because we know that a lot of people are struggling with that, especially now with COVID. People are self-medicating with alcohol and all of that and drugs. So we do get into how to deal with or speak with someone who might be going through that. We talk about anxiety, psychosis, depression, and so forth. And so that's really a portion of our curriculum. We do provide during the course that you take, we go over videos and so forth. So it's a really involved class. So where mental health first aid can help, we are on this continuum. We are mostly helping at the early intervention stage. That's where we are. And so I want you guys to think about that. This is where we want to really help someone when they're becoming unwell until, hopefully getting them into some type of treatment should they require that. And then, of course, recovery, we're looking for them to recover, which would be great. So who are we reaching? We have, like I said before, there are about 13,000 instructors like myself across the United States. And, so far, we've been getting the word out and have certified over 2.5, maybe a little bit more million people so far. And so New York, I forgot how many instructors like myself are in New York, but we're doing a phenomenal job in helping folks to get that mental health first aid knowledge. So who are we reaching? Now this, we run the gamut. So we're talking to folks in community organizations, faith-based communities, law enforcement, primary care, social services, higher education, and of course the general public. And my course specifically that I put out there is a general public course, but I can actually delve into teaching curriculum we have specific curriculums. Should you require something for law enforcement, so police officers, should you require something for correction officers, firemen, EMS, we have specific curriculum geared toward that for older adults, seniors, and of course for higher education, veterans as well. So we have specific curriculum geared towards each of those community or population rather. And so I want you to be aware of that. If you want to do the community general one, that's great. It covers everything. But if you want something specific for your group, we can do that as well. Now, we have a lot of support for mental health first aid. We have Michelle Obama, who always talks about mental health first aid. We have folks like Lady Gaga, who's always sharing about mental health. And so they have, basically learned about our program and have shared about our program. So the word has gotten out and a lot of people are supporting the program. Lots of teachers and first responders and caretakers and so forth have really jumped on the mental health first aid bandwagon and have really been supportive to us. So there's a lot of things that people are saying about us. And so I'll share just one of the tweets here where someone said that, done. I think this is probably the training course that I've learned most in the past 20 years or so. Very proud of this one. And they hashtag mental health first aid. Another person, I'll just read one more. Michelle said that I love the certification program and now I feel more confident opening the conversation to help others. And that's really what it does, guys. It really provides an opportunity for you to have the conversation. It gives you the tools, it gives you the words, it gives you all the verbiage so that you can really tell people or help people. And so that's really, really important. And just a few more here, guys, from a pastor by the name of Nathan Krause. He says, I've taken regular first aid and that's the regular first aid, meaning the CPR, and I've used both, but certainly the opportunities to use mental health first aid are much more abundant. So he's basically saying like there's a lot more opportunities for him to use mental health first aid because this is something that you're, especially as a pastor, he's able to really, he's having to communicate a lot with folks. And so he basically shared that information, which I think is really great. That was some feedback that we got from him. I'll share one more from a police officer. His name is Sergeant Stephen Parkinson, and he said that on a daily basis, we're presented with people dealing with mental illness every day. This training will be beneficial. Now, we know so far we've seen it quite a bit in the news where folks with mental illness have actually, caused harm, not just to themselves, but to others. And so police officers, like I said before, we do offer special training for them, specific curriculum. And it's important for police officers to be aware of mental health first aid. And so guys, if you happen to be in that profession and you'd like for me to set a course up specifically for police officers, let me know. I'm happy to do that. So let's keep going here. Just a few more slides. I really want to give you guys a comprehensive breakdown today. Let's jump into the price. Now, you guys are going to see that my price is really, really competitive. I was speaking with a friend yesterday who's going to be signing up, and he goes, oh my gosh, Deborah, I thought it was going to be like $350. When I told him the price, he was just like shocked that it was only $75. And so, yeah, the cost, if we were doing this in person, would be maybe a little bit more. So because we have to get a physical manual, we pay for our manuals. So I have to pay for your manual should you sign up with me. And that's about $25. And then, supplies and so forth. My service is really only $50. So $75 is really what I'm charging for this. But you can really, to train one mental health first aider is $170. And this is very old, this document. So this has been recently updated and I know that because the manuals are now $28 or $25, somewhere along those lines. So it's quite expensive for us to be trained, but then for us to administer the training, it's important for us to bring some value to it. So you're getting this at a real discount at $75. I priced it that way specifically because as a community nutritionist, as a community person, I understand that, folks are not, having, whether it's people who are unemployed or just not able to afford it, should I price it at the standard price, and I have friends who price their course at $225 and $175 and $200. So I've seen, a gamut of prices, but I price it this way because of the work that I do. I'm a community person. I am an advocate for community, people within my community. So I'm not trying to I'm not trying to make a buck on you or anything like that. This is really to get the information to you. And that's why I priced it at that price point. So you can really have access to it. Okay. So it's really, really a reasonable price. And because, we spend several hours together, and also we are on Zoom. So the Zoom cost, and as well as the amount of hours that we're spending together, is quite costly. So you're getting a steal, you're getting a deal, guys. So do not hesitate to sign up. Please email me if you are, having some financial difficulties, and you just email me if you're having financial difficulties. All right. I'll be willing to work with you. All right, let's keep going here. So I want to wrap up in the next couple of minutes. So 4 reasons why you should become a mental health first aider, guys. So number 1, you will be prepared when a mental health crisis happens. You will know what to do. That is so very important. You will know what to do. You'll be prepared. This course really will prepare you until you sit through it. And I'm going to get some testimonials so you can really hear from some people who have already taken it. Number 2, you can help. People with mental illnesses can suffer alone, and we know that to be true. So a lot of people who are dealing with a mental health crisis or mental illness, they're usually suffering alone. So you learning this will really actually help someone else. All right. Number 3, the reason why you should become a mental health first aider. Mental illness is very common. As we said, mental illnesses are very common. I've said that before. 1 in 5 adults in any given year struggle with a mental health crisis or mental illness. All right. So it's a very common thing. We underestimate the person next to us and think that, oh, they're fine. You don't know. And so this course will really help you to have the language to really probe in the right way, respectfully, to ask the question, to that person. So number 4 reason why you should become a mental health first aider is because you care, right? You're going to be there for a family. You're going to be there for a friend, colleague, a church family member, whatever it is, guys. It's super important to have this under your belt. And I'm emphasizing, and I said it before, in our community, in our Black community, we run away from this topic, and I don't know why, but we run away from this topic, and it's a topic we need to focus. We need to we need to deal with this head on. All right. And so the more of us that are mental health first aiders, the more of us that can help to save folks within our community. All right. So finally, let's go over how the course is taught. So the course is taught virtually right now because of social distancing issues and so forth. I can do the course in person if you do require it. Obviously, we'll do our social distancing 6 feet apart and so forth. And I do encourage you that if you do want to do that within your organization, to reach out to me. I do schedule courses for churches, for community centers, for senior centers. I do put together, not just the ones that I schedule on my website, like you have one coming up on April 10th, this Saturday. I do work with, organization leaders to put together a course specific for them, specific time, specific date, and so forth. So if you're looking for that, please let me know. So yeah, virtually, you can do it from the comfort of your home via Zoom platform, and it's a 2-hour. You do 2 hours self-paced by yourself. And then when you come on, you do 5 hours with me. And those 5 hours, 5.5 hours, we can do one session, which is what I'm doing on Saturday from 10 to 3:30, or you can break it up and do 2 days. So right now I have on my calendar on my website 2 different options where you can sign up for those Tuesday, Wednesday courses, right? Or yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, where you break it up 3 hours one day, 2.5 hours the next day. And it's usually morning classes. So that's how you can take this course, guys, virtually online right now. However, if you'd like to schedule in person, just let me know. And we do have a cap on the amount of people we can have in the room. So it's not going to be a room full of people. Each class has anywhere from 5 to 15 people. If you have a group of 5 in your family, and you say, hey, Deborah, I want to get my whole family certified. I feel like my family needs this knowledge. Call me, email me, send me a message. I can schedule those individual classes for your family, for your church, for whomever, whichever group you're working with. And some organizations do fund this for their employees, right? So they subsidize and cover the cost for their employees, which I think is a really great thing, because you don't know what your employees may be going through. So, I think it's a really awesome thing for folks to do. Hey, Sophia. So this is someone who's going to be in my class on Saturday, my wellness warrior. Good to see you out here, lady. How are you? How was your day? I hope you had a great day. All right, let me get back to these. Let me get back to finishing this stuff up here with y'all today so I can get on with my life and you can get on with yours. All right, so let's talk about it. Yay, right? I know, yay. So you can do it in person or virtually, like I said before, and reach out to me should you require group classes on specific dates. All right, I really want you guys to do that, okay? And that's it. I'm done. That was the last slide. So I want you to take this course. You can help someone. You can help yourself. Oh, before I forget, so here's my website, guys, and I'm gonna just go ahead and unshare this thing here. Let's stop. Let's remove that. So, guys, if you want to take the course, if you want to reach out to me, here's my website, mytemplewellness.com. You can email me via the contact page. You can sign up also at this page. I definitely want you guys to sign up because it's going to be really, really great for you to have this certificate. Like I said, it's also great for you to put it in your, your resume, on your bios or whatever. It does help. All right. And like I said, this is for everyone. There's no one, what can I say? What's the word? No one is exempt from this. No one should be exempt from this. So many different people have taken it, professionals, even psychologists. So many different people have taken this course. So I want you guys to do that. All right, I'm getting a call and I actually have to go play tennis with my family because, self-care, we got to take care of ourselves. So I'm going to jump off, guys. Enjoy your Wednesday. It's Wellness Wednesday. I want you to jump over to my Instagram. If you're on Instagram, I hope that you can, because I did a Wellness Wednesday check-in today. And I did it over on Instagram. I'm going to see if I can download it and share it here on Facebook. I'm trying to figure out how I can do it both on Instagram and Facebook at the same time, so that you guys on Facebook can benefit from that as well. When I get back later, if I have some time, I will definitely try to upload it here on Facebook. But thank you all for listening to this. Again, you can reach me at My Temple Wellness. You can inbox me on Facebook. You can WhatsApp me. I think I put my WhatsApp information in there. But definitely, guys, sign up. We still have some seats available. And of course, please share this video, like my page, share my page, and all of that good stuff. I'm going to run on. Happy Wednesday, guys. And I love all of you. Please be taking care of yourself. Please be making sure your mental health is good. It's Stress Awareness Month. So I want you to be aware of how much stress you're putting on yourself. And that's why I'm being so deliberate with my own self, because I'm someone who helps people, and people in the helping profession, we have to be even more vigilant about taking care of ourselves. So if you're listening to me and you are in the helping profession, I want to implore you to take care of yourself. Do not be out here helping everybody else and not taking care of you. And I know you guys are out there. I know you guys are out there helping everybody else and you are breaking down. Don't do that. Your cup needs to be full, and whatever is spilling over, Sophia, I know you know all about this. Whatever is spilling over, that is what you share. That is what you can give to others. Okay. Not to say that you shouldn't, share, if you're stressed and you, but really the time to share is when you are full, because you could really make an impact. I've had that on my lip this entire time. You could really make an impact if you are well. Okay. If you're not well, it's going to be really hard for you to help someone else. All right, guys. So I love you all. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your week. We have a comment. Let's see who else. Oh, yay. I know, right? So, okay, guys. Love you all. I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to end this broadcast. It's been sort of a long video, but I know I covered quite a bit. And I know that now folks will really have a better idea, because folks have been texting and asking me about the course. And I really wanted to really do this to share with you guys just a little bit more about what it is in detail so that you are aware. Okay. So feel free to ask me questions as well. If I didn't cover something that you wanted to know, feel free to email me. Again, you can reach me via my website. Okay. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. Until next time, eat your vegetables and walk good. All right. Okay. Bye, guys.